Hi, today's class will discuss about serialization. Today's class will discuss about serialization. Serialization is a process of writing the information about the state of the object. Serialization is a process of writing the information about the state of an object into streams. The examples of streams are file output stream, socket output stream, and so on. Deserialization. Deserialization is a process of reading the information about the state of the object from the stream, since we already discussed the streams, and creating the object. Streams example here is file input stream, socket input stream.
So why do we use serialization and deserialization?
Yeah, we have just started the concept. Yeah, somebody answered it. Who is that?
I'm just asking. In order to know the object state?
No. we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Serialization is a process of writing the information about the object state into the stream. Okay. In Java, there are some classes. In Java, there are some classes like string buffer, string buffer, integer, double, float, that provide the implementation of java.io.serializable interface. java.io.serializable interface. Java.io.serializable is an interface without methods. Public interface serializable. Public interface serializable. Don't have any methods at all. This interface called as tagged interface or marker interface. In Java, we have two types of objects. In Java, we have two types of objects. Object can be serialized. First object. Object can be serialized. Second object. Object that cannot be serialized. I have a class 1 here. I can make it as a employee 1 ch and implement serializable. Okay, I have employee 2 which is not implementing any serializable object. In employee 1, public int I, public float j, public double k, void print sysout I value j j k k. Employee 2 also will use same thing. Okay. Now, the class employee1 is serialized object. The class employee2 is non-serializable object. Okay. I'm going to create app1. emp app1 app1. It has a main method. I'm going to have file output stream. File output stream equal to new file output stream. I'm going to write emp1 dot ser. What is that? Ser. Tej, I think we discussed this concept, right? Teju?
Yes, sir.
I think we discussed this concept, right?
Yes.
Now there is a class called as object output stream. New object output stream of file output stream. Here creating employee object employee1 equal to new employee1 employee1 dot I equal to 10 employee1 dot j equal to 20 employee1 dot k equal to 30. Okay, so far clear? Now I am calling employee1 dot print method because we already have a print method here. Here object output stream dot write object. I am going to pass this employee1 object into the, this is called as, I am serializing the object. I am writing the object, I am serializing the object. Here I am serializing the object. Okay. Serializable. Now I have one more employee2 object. same logic I'm going to use it here, but in the place of same logic I'm going to use here employee 2. This is not serializable because this employee object is not serializable, right? Employee 2 is not serializable. When write object method is called, when write object method is called, it internally checks whether the object provides the implementation of serializable interface or not. When write object method is called, when write object method is called, it internally checks whether the object provides the implementation of serializable interface or not. How to make this in English? I didn't understand this one. If this interface is not implemented, an exception will be thrown that the object is not serializable. If I see here, if I run the both application, what will happen? I'm running the application. Run as a Java application. See here, I'm going to create emp1.ser file. Just refresh it application, it will get one generate file, emp1.ser file, right? So open this one. Anything you are able to identify in your language? What is this language? Okay. When the write object method is called, it internally checks whether the object provides the implementation of serializable interface or not. That means, see here in the scenario, this is the object output stream method. Write object method is there. Very important concept. If you are not understanding, please let me know. The write object method. Okay, we'll see not in this way. We'll see in our Java file. You see here. Everybody is not given properly. Anyway, I'll tell you the notes. The right object method is called, it internally checks whether the object provides the implementation. What object we provided here? Employee 1. That employee 1 is internally, it will check, right object method is check this object, employee object is implemented serializable or not. If it is serializable interface, it implements, then only it will write the data into the one file called as emp1.ser file, or else it will throw the exception. Now running the application and employee 2, or the exception. Exception thread main java.io.not serializable exception. Please write down. When the write method is called, it internally checks whether the object provides the implementation of serializable interface or not. If the interface is not implemented, an exception will be thrown that the object is not serializable. The exception in the bracket java.io.not serializable exception. If the object is implemented serializable interface, the information of the object will be returned to underlying stream object. In the example employee app 1, the underlying stream object is nothing but file output stream. Now here I have small change here, employee 1, right? I want to create employee 1 and employee 2. I want to have one more variable called as public string buffer equal to buffer, that's it. Public string S, that's it. Now in employee 1 object I am going to doing same thing again here. If I run this application, buffer null s null. When the object based on the employee 1 class is serialized, the information about I, j, k will be serialized. and the object pointed to buffer comma s also will be serialized. Now I have one more variable called as socket variable. Java dot io dot serializable sorry net dot socket socket. If run the application, we'll see what will happen. Not going to display the data, right? If the instance variable is pointing to socket object, even though the employee 1 is implementing serializable interface, employee 1 implementing serializable interface, the serialization will fail. If the instance variable is pointing to socket object. If the instance variable is pointing to socket object, even though that the employee one object is implemented serializable interface. Now, very important concept. This concept you understand that if I use socket information, then it will going to fail here. Now, there is a data type called, there is a keyword called as transient. There is a keyword called as transient. If I execute this one, run the application successfully, what? Serialized, right? Pavani, Sugana, Teju.
Yes, Chaitanya. Yes.
To solve the non-serialization problem, we should use transient keyword in the variable socket. The default serialization mechanism serialize the object, serialize the non-static comma non-transient variables. It won't serialize transient variables. Now, how will deserialize the data? deserialize. File input stream. I have one object is created emp1.ser file. One file is there, right? Those exception. Now by using object input stream, input stream equal to no object input stream of file input stream. Input stream dot read object. So I'm going to make it as the employee1 object because we are already transferred the employee1 error to SCR file here, right? So I'm going to make it as employee1. Typecasting it employee1. Now based on employee1 I can get the data. Employee1 dot print method. Now if you run the application, this is called as deserialization. 10, 20, 30, n, null, null, null. This is called as deserialization. When the read object method is executed, it reads the information available in emp1.ser file and it creates the employee1 object by using the information which is there in the emp1.ser file. The web containers serialize the objects stored inside the session object. The web container serialize the objects stored inside the session object. When we stop the server, when we restart the server, the web container deserialize these objects. When we restart the server, the web container deserialize these objects so that the application continue without any problem. If we store non-serializable objects like result set, if we store non-serializable objects like result set, statement connection in the session, the web container will fail. The web container will fail when it is serialized when it is serializes. This is why it is recommended to store only serializable objects in the session. That's why it is recommended to store only serializable object with a session. Next question. How do you handle special requirements like serializing a static variable? How do you serialize the static variable? My requirement interview question is. To handle the special cases, we must provide the two methods as part of our classes. That means we need to override the method called as write object method and read object method. Customer. Same data. Okay. Here I am going to write public or sorry private. Private object method. It has object output stream. Read object method. It has object input stream. Here we have object output stream dot. If I have variable called a static variable, out Baba. Illegal modifier for the parameter I, only final is permitted. Okay. Object output stream dot write int, write boolean, write character, write double. So there are many methods are there. I'm going to write only integer variable called as I here. Like this, we have methods to write float variables. Like this, we have one more method called as write int. The method write int type argument are not applicable for the argument double. Okay. So okay, make it as a int. Okay. This is the way we can serialize. We can write the data into your objects. What is k value giving error here? Why? Remove invalid identifier. I removed it. Why? You should not do it. You should do it. Public static. Throws IO exception. So this is the way we can read the data. Externalizable is a sub-interface of serializable interface. Externalizable is a sub-interface of serializable interface. As part of this interface, two methods are declared: read external, write external. Read external, write external. When we want to use our own format for writing the information, about the objects, there we must use this interface.